Normies coming at you a little bit of The Wire, Season 1, Episode 7, One Arrest. We're going to hop into it. We're a little short on Tiziane, but obviously that last episode was hype. Anybody got any words for it?
No, that shit was hype. You said it perfectly.
My only word is... Yeah, do people still say lit in the 90s? Did they say lit in the 90s?
Yeah. It was right there on the screen. Ain't nobody got time travel.
That got me. I didn't know mindfuck was already being used.
You remember Ludacris be like, I'm lit, and I don't care what no one thinks.
Yeah. There's also that song that was like, get lit. No, that's way newer. Might be. I think it's... I can't remember. Regardless...
lit was more described as like someone that was really fucked up off something, like drunk, rather than like a party being lit. It's like,
okay.
It was lit up.
Yeah, but now the party can be lit. So with that being said, guys, this ain't no market substitute. Make sure you support the OG content on your own. If you're stealing shit, I know we're watching a show about illegal shit, but don't be doing that. All right. Also, if you want to support the Normies over on Patreon, take care of that. Check us out. You know, we do skits and shit. We are a beautiful group of people that you guys have been supporting, and it's been awesome. And thank you, because y'all are a beautiful group of people too. With that being said, Pat, pull up your roll clock.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I know that's the right one. You know there's a much better way to manage your passwords, right?
Really?
Yes, and it's called NordPass. And with NordPass, you can store all your passwords in the cloud and gain access to them anywhere on any device.
Store everything online? That doesn't seem secure.
Let me ask you, do you know how to encrypt your passwords?
I can barely spell encrypt.
Exactly. Look, NordPass is built by cybersecurity experts that are continually improving their algorithm to keep your data safe. All your passwords are encrypted through NordPass, and only you have access to your information. Not even NordPass employees can gain access to your information. And best of all, it's free.
Free?
Yes. There are premium features you can gain access to for $2.49 a month. That's less than the price of the coffee you're sipping on right now. And how many of those do you buy a day?
Don't judge my life.
And if you don't end up liking the premium features, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Otherwise, it's completely free. Look, download it and try it right now. You got nothing to lose and only security and peace of mind to gain.
Low man strap, Joe. We gonna start fresh on the latest tomorrow.
He's saying they're sold out in the low rises, so tomorrow they're gonna start fresh with a new package.
Damn, how y'all hear it so good?
Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in a market down in New Orleans.
Fuck is that?
First two lines to Brown Sugar. I bet you've heard that song 500 times, but you never knew.
Snakem is on the re-up, and it's gonna go down around noon.
Oh shit.
You sure about all that? Turn it upside down.
Is Prez okay? You don't like Prez yet?
4 hash marks in a row, one for each G-pack.
Low for low rises.
12 at a time.
Wow. That's fucking dope.
How long to figure that out?
4 or 5 hours.
You sit here looking at beeper messages for 5 hours at a time?
Oh, it's kind of fun figuring shit out.
Using my brain in search.
Marquette, I think Prez... Listen.
He's better suited for behind the scenes stuff.
No. It's good. He is good at what he is doing now, but he should have been pulled off from like service in the street a long time ago. I think Prez was misdirected and he needed like some pushing.
Man must have a code.
Book.
Either bring me something on McNulty, or go out there and do your job. Pick a file, any file. Pick a murder and solve it. Or bring me McNulty. There's no third choice.
Yeah, just do your job.
Yeah, I mean, why is that
But I mean, Santangelo is also down where McNulty's at too.
We're also edging back into old murders, pulling up fresh witnesses.
And there are assets to be seized down the road, stuff that fronts for the drug money.
That's just what we know from one of Avon's girls bragging to a friend of hers. It's a career case, Your Honor.
Jesus, always talking to this judge, bro.
You misspelled culpable, and you're confusing then and Dan.
Bro, I can't spell either, bro. Stop hating on us.
Thanks, Teach. I mean, it's great
This
that
is
you're going through
Marquetta.
every word.
Not to be confused with THA.
She's still going.
Is most commonly used after comparative adjective or adverb.
You tell him.
Rhonda is smarter than Jimmy.
What a dick.
Jeez, come on, man.
Yeah, right? Like, body language is all off.
I would love to throw a fuck into her.
No! I am shocked. Oh.
I knew he was throwing the moves on the phone.
Come on, Jimmy. Sit. Talk.
I already done through it.
That's why he was buzzing.
He gives off
trying to,
weird
like,
small
impress
dick
her.
language.
But also, I would love to throw a bucket at her. Like,
What? Yeah, I literally.
Dude, that just, it sounds like a virgin. Like,
I'm just enough to be
you know how it works?
take your dick off and hurl it.
Just, it's all about accuracy.
Shit, I missed.
You see how he plays it?
Whoa. What? They weren't supposed to do this.
Hey, told him to ride the bumper.
But
Yeah, what's happening?
they're supposed to be like undercover.
What do you call these? A dry run, whatever?
Boy, man.
Oh, that was
did a
proud.
somersault. He's
Is that
flying.
the blind kid? Yeah. Hit an eye patch, right?
Yeah.
What do you call this shit when they're driving chasing you?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's not where you were supposed to run.
He stepped in the way to slow him
That's
down.
how they say hi to each other, okay?
They just have to watch.
Ain't nothing you can do.
Oh.
Why are you
Keep
on
going. Keep going. Oh my god, this is so funny.
My man's leading him on a marriage.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Grab him up.
Did you say that? Upside down.
Stringer.
He's like, I got this.
I love how they got the cute cards. I wonder if nowadays they just program shit like this.
It's probably, yeah.
Now, somebody's hitting Stringer Bell's pager from the number 2 payphone in the Tower Court.
Now?
Now.
Get there before the call back.
Well, they gotta see who's using the phone before
Yeah.
they monitor it.
Yo, we lost 4 to 5-0. What? We lost 4. Yo, why the fuck are you telling me this? I'll talk to you later.
Damn.
Did you get his picture?
Like, why the
Didn't
fuck
need
are you
his
telling me this? Don't tell me this over the goddamn phone.
People get pressed, they get less discipline.
Yeah, it's starting to. The framework is starting to shake.
Madam fucking LaRue, Jay?
Better men than you have turned to this lucky lady in their dark night at dead ends.
You're not serious.
I don't joke when it comes to Madame LaRue.
Is he gonna go get a massage? What I'm thinking it is?
She has an
I
unexplainable...
thought it was like a fortune teller or some shit.
It's more than a massage.
Yeah, it's a happy
okay.
ending massage, right?
It's a gypsy woman.
Detective?
I need to pull one out.
Yeah, which one?
Really? He gets to just do that?
He bounces over to drug court, pleads to possession, and agrees to probation with ongoing treatment.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Good. That's
Going
good
up?
for him. They're saving his life.
Plead guilty to possession and convince the drug court judge you want to get your shit clean. Shake it off in treatment, go to some meetings, and pee when they tell you to pee.
No jail.
No jail.
I'm out right now.
As soon as you're processed.
Stay clean, motherfucker.
Right. No
Oh
more
my
plans
god, he
and
looks so
scams.
fucked up, bro.
Bub?
Yeah.
He always looked like that.
He looks.
Man, he got luck finally. He finally got some luck.
He got a good friend.
Right? Yeah, somebody looking out for him.
Light skin, medium height, didn't have no meat on it.
This close?
No.
I love the way they solve shit.
Like that? Stick-up artist with a half-dozen priors? That's your eyeball witness? Corroborates on most of the details, right down to the close-range shot. So between her and Omar, a match on the gun gets us over.
Or maybe. I don't know. That's still kind of thin.
What's your address?
Do you not even remember this kid?
Oh, that's the cop. That's the cop who fucked the kid up.
Oh, that's the kid.
Oh my god.
Go
Hey,
fuck
kid,
this
come
cop
partner.
up.
What? It's him.
Yeah, you did that. You better face it.
And you let him get off with that shit.
When you hit him in the eye, was he working higher up in the drug ranks?
Even he lost his eye, right? If I remember.
You hungry? Ham and cheese, too?
I want a Reese's, yo.
Peanut butter cup?
I love Reese's.
Same.
Surge.
That's all you need.
Tea in the can.
Go down the machines. Get a peanut butter cup and candy.
He feels personally responsible.
I mean, dude, he did have a hand in his like.
Let's say we start over on this.
Start over. A lawyer said I got a case against y'all for this shit.
Fuck the lawyers. I'm trying to talk about life here, Kevin. The game already cost you, right?
Whose fault is that?
Damn right. Whose fucking fault is that?
Ours.
Damn right.
Mine, maybe.
Oh, good damn.
You want to get out? You want to do something else with the rest of your years? You come see me.
Tea was sold out.
Hey, some slice though.
Motherfucker thinking he can pimp me over a candy bar.
Man.
Good. You in the game.
Yo, Kevin, take that fucking card.
I'm thinking it might be a drug thing
For
or
real,
maybe straight up
Kevin.
robbery.
Here we go, Madam
You went to
Never
learn.
Oh wait, it
She's
is
a fucking sidekick.
Go to the victim's grave, bury the statue, wait an hour, a full hour, no shortcuts, then dig it out. Go straight home. When you go to bed, hold it to your ear.
What?
And he tells me who did it?
Get the fuck out of here, police this
Go
shit.
for it, and please let me know how that works. I want to see.
I want to definitely try that.
All right.
There we go. Okay, 2 black families.
Look at him, he's so handsome. I love him.
Marquette has a crush on Lance Reddick.
He's been wearing purple ties for like 2 or 3 episodes now. I'm just noticing he's got a nice tie game.
I have only ever seen him in
Right.
suit. In all of his roles.
He's only ever in a suit.
Yeah.
You know, sipping on their cocktails.
Champagne.
Pop quiz.
Oh.
City council, state senator. You never make major at this rate.
Oh.
It's politics.
Why wouldn't he make major?
Well, because he doesn't recognize the players in the political game. And like making a major. Remember, he says the political ladder he's climbing.
Damn.
You gonna sign? Need that back when the meeting's over. If you don't stay, we don't sign. That's how it works.
Man, this is bullshit.
Is Bob gonna go through class with him?
Want to see the show?
Yup. Man, Bub's a great friend.
Seriously, such a good friend.
I've been clean a few 24 hours now, and I'm still dead certain that my disease wants me dead. 2 bouts of endocarditis, hep C and whatnot, knocking down walls.
Pay attention, bro. Your body language is not respectful.
So if there's anybody out there that sees that bottom coming up at them, I'm here to talk sense. If you're here, so am I.
Waylon!
Hell yeah.
Good shit. Yeah.
Wow, Waylon. Hard truth, man.
And now for the most important person in this room. Does anybody have 24 hours or a sincere desire to live?
Yeah, all right.
It's a good program.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey! Bub's getting clean, that's what's up.
We shoved off this morning.
Sincere desire to live.
Damn.
Go
I don't know. I mean,
Go Bob.
he did it just that morning.
Yeah, but he said, or a sincere desire to live.
Yeah.
What's the score?
Orioles 4-3. Bernie Williams just doubled though.
They always let the Yankees back into it. Always.
Hey, what?
Yep.
Ashley Larry?
I'm rich, bitch!
What? Ashley Larry? Motherfucker?
I love the crap.
He's the one that said, I'm rich, bitch.
What about the alarm system? Shit, I wire that weak ass thing back on itself. Name's Damian Price, but I mostly go by Day-Day.
You said you're Davis.
But I mostly go by Lieutenant.
You fucked up.
You see him hit him with the low shit. Still got it.
Give us that eye.
You just gotta give him that. Clarence is like a goddamn gift. And then you still might have to kiss his ass for about 3-4 motherfucking months. You're gonna have to do it.
3 or 4 months, huh?
You're gonna be one ass kissing white man.
You know why I respect you so much, Bunk?
You tell it like it is.
It's because when it came time for you to fuck me, you were very gentle.
Aww.
See, because you could have hauled me out of the garage and just bent me over the hood of a radio car. No, you were very gentle.
I knew it was the first time. I wanted to make that shit special.
Fucking wild.
Great drunk talk.
They're awesome together.
Look at his fucking eyes.
Now he's about to get fucked by the other car.
That Friday motherfuckers popped the package from nowhere. Skinny black motherfucking that ass ugly knockup white boy with the ball cap. Batman Robin, yo.
Who's Batman is Robin?
I'm Batman. I don't think so. Batman's white and Robin's black. Batman. You heard the hopper. You're the ass ugly white guy. 1-1. Why don't you suck my back dick?
Bubs, come on, bro, hell.
I mean, you thought he was gonna stop doing drugs this one day?
Yeah, man.
He got the chip. I thought he was very inspired.
You gotta get you some clean piss, you know?
Fuck, we know what clean piss.
You gotta go down to the schoolyards, man. My uncle used to be like, "Can you pee for me?" And I'd be like, "Probably not the best bet. Might want to find someone else."
We need the gun.
Then y'all got a problem.
Without knowing his crib, we definitely got a problem.
Not unless y'all know a bird like the cop.
A bird gets high?
But not the towers he don't. Avon ain't having his people using. That's another rule. Never get high on your own supply.
Scarface, yeah,
I was hunting Mr. Bird. I would consider the best package right now to be the Red Dilly. That's if I happen to be constipating like y'all.
Constipating?
Omar is so cool. He's just like straight the cop's car, no shit's given.
Yeah, he is. I think all he's trying to do is trying to take their territory so he can take over.
Wallace been fucked up since they got that sticker boy, you know? Don't even come out his room some days.
Damn.
Where the shop at?
Nothing today.
Well, see, that's the thing, Cooks. If you need more of that, you got this connect.
No. Don't be stepping on no toes now.
Your uncle nobody? This thing on the side for me. Like, I got enough to turn the New York court on it, but, I don't have what you got right here with the distribution. You see what I'm saying?
Don't do it, man. Don't be stepping on Avon's territory. Other shit.
Yeah, let me think on it, alright?
Finally get some eggs for us. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's
Orlando
like-
is
it's like
supposed
more
to be.
product.
He's supposed to be the front man. He's supposed to be the clean man. That is the name
Also,
of the business.
doesn't he work for their business?
Yes, he does. But also, he's specifically not supposed to be doing dirt. Because,
Yeah, you're supposed to have the clean front.
Yeah. If the front ain't clean, the business ain't clean. Business ain't clean.
He just sees drug money.
He's gonna die.
Front being the strip club? The bar?
Bro's up here going through it.
No!
man.
Wallace!
We just learned the rules, Wallace.
Oh, we were wondering why this nigga ain't been coming out.
Oh,
He's
bro,
trying
like
to
these
forget.
using, bro.
Man.
No. That's his TV right there. Just a little window.
Baby Killmonger.
Baby Killmonger.
They look good.
They do look perfect, like indistinguishable from the Bub's there too. Oh shit!
Take him.
Whoa!
Did they just smack him with the bottle?
That was dope as fuck. Bub's doing all the work out here. That was Lester, right?
Oh, yeah. Look what we
The gun.
Lester.
Damn, son. They literally. There was no margin for error.
Yeah. Within 5 seconds of
Your
Bub
man is
putting
so
that.
happy.
He's so proud of his boys.
He's like,
He put that hat on and they moved right
oh my
away.
god, that was great. That was so funny though.
Can you imagine being high and just walking and getting popped?
Mobbed, bro. That was
bro, this is
terrible.
fucked up.
Very good for not having seen Bird at all through the series.
I got no cell phones, no house phones neither, right?
Oh man, nothing but these pages and them pay boxes over there.
All right, tear them motherfuckers up. From now on, y'all need a pay phone. You walk a few blocks and do not use the same phone more than once a day. You hear me, right?
Eldris looking at him.
Yeah, they are adapting. Gotta take this phone out of its socket real quick.
Damn, that sucks.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta change the name of the show now.
We really wanted to show all the jurors that you left our little interrogation here without any more scuff marks than what you brought in.
Fuck you, fat man.
I thought we were friends.
That gun is downstairs now in the ballistics lab.
Suck my dick, dyke cunt.
Oh, whatever.
You got one chance, you stupid motherfucker. You roll back on the people you killed William Gann for, or you gonna eat the whole meal.
Tell you what. Give me this hand back, step to me, and I'll fuck you all 3 holes.
What the fuck? This guy.
One of you should go.
Big words, man.
She in trouble. Kima.
She ain't in
Keeps
trouble.
this up, she'll cut his ass.
So why'd you step up on this?
Bird trifling, basically. Kill an everyday working man and all. I do some dirt too, but I ain't never put my gun on nobody who wasn't in the game.
Oh, shit.
A man must have a code.
There we go.
There it is, Bunk.
Oh, no doubt.
Fuck yeah. A man must have a code. That's what's up.
Hey man, I know you from somewhere.
I was in Southwestern before it came to homicide. I worked Frederick Road.
Nah, I mean back in the day.
Huh.
You go to Edmondson, right? I remember you was the first brother I ever seen play that sport with a stick. What's it called? Lacrosse. Yeah, show.
Yeah, prep school boys used to pee themselves when they see the old Bunk coming at them. You know?
It's the same school. It's so different.
You're done, Bird. Last chance to grab a little something for yourself on a deal.
Eat my shit first, you downtown white whore.
Golly.
He's got like several catchphrases. He pushes his hand. He says,
Oh my god.
That is not.
We're gonna take another picture after we beat your ass.
Man, at least give me a fair chance, right?
Fuck
Come
that.
on, man. Don't do me like that, man.
What?
That's fucked up.
Sure know how to bring out the people, don't he?
I mean, he
Even in there talking cash all day.
all kinds of shit.
Can't eat it. Whoa, bird.
It's like, well, you're in a room full of cops, and we just tore up your before photo. You better
Ain't no
came out
way.
Like how he looks now.
No, Lindsay. Martin Lindsay.
Martin?
What the fuck is Denise Redding?
What?
Oh my god.
He just got the answer for the murder that he was looking for.
Or I think
Through bunk talking to fucking Omar.
Wow.
Our boy gave us a statement, 2 witnesses, and an idea of your shooter. Take him with our compliments.
You're the best, McNulty.
I gotta thank you, Jay Bird. You saved my fucking life here. The only thing I can't figure is I asked for help on the Lindsay case, not this one.
Fuck the gypsy shit. These are the guys that saved your ass right here.
Damn.
Putting in work.
Aww, he's nice to him.
He been nice to him.
No,
He talks him up.
He talked him up to Rawls.
Yeah.
We gotta talk, man.
Aww.
It's about Rawls.
Oh, you go.
He's gonna have a drink with him talking about Rawls wants to catch you drunk driving.
Oh no. What's the plan here?
Those
Drunken fuck on a Tuesday night?
It's Rawls.
He really wants to
He's
fuck.
going after my badge.
I'm here for some pussy and therapy.
They're gonna do me, Ronnie. They're gonna do me. I love this fucking job. They're gonna do me.
We got a cop working too good out here.
That's
Working
right.
too well.
Doing his job, other guy's job. Hold the fuck up.
Burn him. The stake. The end.
Wow.
Do me, Ronnie.
Wow.
They're gonna do me.
They're gonna throw me some fuck.
They're gonna do me. They're gonna throw a fuck into me.
that was a good episode. A lot of Omar moments that I enjoyed, honestly.
Yeah, and they got Bird. So before
Yeah,
they had 1 more month left on these cases, and
Who really? Yeah, like you said. Like I feel like we've only seen Bird like 3 or 4 times. I don't know.
but you know that he's like one of the muscles. So like,
Yeah.
and they only got 3 muscles, so
We hear of him more than we see him. I thought.
motherfucker popped out and got
Damn, a bottle to the.
Like I just got high. I'm walking down the street.
I don't know if anyone's ever tried to break a bottle before, but.
Oh yeah, right. Like if,
Yeah.
your best bet is that the bottle breaks. If you get hit with a bottle and it doesn't break,
He put his whole body into that swing.
Master was like,
That was
I'm
180.
50. I got
Yeah.
1 shot.
You turn with the hips.
So let's see what happened at the beginning of the episode.
So, okay, but seriously, like, Omar, like, you have no shit's given. You're like, you're a well-known name. Everybody knows you, and you're just like sitting in the cop's car going, no fucking shits. Like,
That's the thing. Omar's literally like living off the I'm that dude. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm doing it, and it should be something that we can do now because I've done it. Like,
if anything, I'm more fearful of Omar. I'm like, you got major kahunas on you. Like,
He like breaks all the rules. I mean, mainly because everybody out there, like, yeah, he's a stick-up kid, but he's also like openly gay. Will talk to the cops. Doesn't give a fuck, and a huge threat. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you gotta put respect on that name, dude. Like, that's just so much like confidence and like come fuck with me, kind of like I don't know. I love it. Like, I like Omar's character a lot.
we could all use the confidence of Omar.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So what happened at the beginning of the episode? Does anybody remember?
It was talking about McNulty's like badge and whatever, like with that judge guy, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'd like to throw a fuck into her." That's what he was like seeing.
He was like, man,
Like she was meat. Like it was just weird. I was like, you're way too close.
It was making me very uncomfortable.
I like that. So I think Ronnie is cute. I think she's fine, but like, man, people just lusting after her left and
Yeah,
right, bro.
all right. She's like, yeah.
Well, no,
Maybe
she's like one of the only women in the workplace, maybe that's
yeah, she's probably like one of the few women, and she's like also like probably like considerably better looking than.
Also single too.
Yeah. And
Well-
she's like in her like early 30s now.
Yeah,
and
probably.
also single, so.
I would say up like with McNulty's age because he has 2 kids and everything. So up in mid 30s and everything.
His kids have seen some things.
Bro, I feel so bad
like
for
they're
his kids.
just not phased by much, and they're just like, hey, by the way, it's a school night. So get us home in time.
Seeing Bubs at the meetings, man.
Man, okay,
but still shooting up.
I really thought Bubs wanted to get like not maybe clean on the spot, but I didn't expect him to go do like
I mean, he did heroin that morning.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna.
like, just like seconds after.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get clean. I thought after that
Which
story
other way was the
and
day?
then
His pat? I
his
can't
boy
even
getting locked up and all that shit, I thought he was trying to make changes, but I guess I guess it's hard.
It is definitely hard. It is definitely hard. But like, I just thought like maybe go like a day or two trying and everything. But he just went immediately into it. I thought like one day of inspiration maybe.
Yeah.
Talking about bumps.
Yeah.
Heroin ain't no joke, man.
Ain't no joke, man. It's scary.
So is it pretty common? Like I just don't like. I don't know if it's just now or like this is still going on. But when you like apprehend somebody, like how you gonna knock somebody out with a bottle? Like he didn't do anything wrong. He walked down the street, you knock him out, and you arrest him. Like, and how?
He's a murder suspect.
But even if you're a murder suspect, like there is some decorum around like you just.
Hey Pat, I would like to point out that nowadays, Dylan Roof went into a church and murdered several people, and I don't remember if it was him or another school shooter, but they arrested him nicely and very chill and very calm. Whereas. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers out here who ain't got no guns, who white guys who just shot up some shit are getting like their asses beat and also killed. So, I think that when the cops go on an arrest, they go heavy-handed for the most part, especially if they suspect you to be a violent, dangerous criminal.
I know.
That was brutal, bro. That was brutal.
I thought it was also. Isn't it against the law? Like, isn't it against the law? Doesn't it also against the? It will also make against your case. Like, it'll make your case even weaker.
I mean, he resisted. It's going to be his word versus the cops, and the cops going to be like, he resisted arrest. Also, he's murdered 3 people. Like, he's a dangerous dude. Like, we have to use that much force to take him down. I mean, would you go in there easily? What do you want? You want us to go in there and put the little baby cuffs on him?
Plus, he was carrying. He had the actual murder weapon on him. He never throws it away.
Yeah.
And you don't want to give him a chance to do anything. So he was posing as like like a homeless dude or something. Yeah. Just swung the bottle back. Like
in general,
that was swift. That was like a little too smooth. I meant to mention.
It's so funny.
What?
So practiced.
In general, though, like I hope they checked if there's cameras or not in that area because it is your word against his word. If there is literally no other like witnesses or cameras or kind of shit around there, because there's somebody who will step up and be like, no, I did see this, and like that is fucked up.
Man,
no, they beat the shit out of him though.
But he deserved it. He deserved it. He was saying a lot of dumb stuff.
Imagine that face is the last thing you fucking see in the world.
Yeah. Birds.
Oh like his fucking face, like I would just want to slap the fuck out of him.
Yeah, he looks like, despicable.
Yes.
But like, I don't know if they should have beat him up because like, what if that got out? Like, it would just negate everything. You know what I mean? Like,
he would get off on everything. He's gonna be out then, you know what I mean? But they got him in holding. There's no cameras in there. It's only the cops in there. But
hopefully that one lawyer doesn't come back and be like, my client went in with one bandage. Street camera caught. And I don't know if that's his accent or not.
Right, you just make him Jewish?
Like, clearly get him off if my man has like stitches and bandages and like a cut lip.
Yeah.
I mean, when Daniels came in and ripped up the picture, I was like, oh my god.
Daniel, Landsman, and Kima. Kima's, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but Kima has a penchant for beating ass. She fucked up Bodie.
Yeah.
She was in on this one.
She's lucky terrifying.
Kima and Lester are just... I love them so much, but can we like that kid though who saw Prez? Like, that was a really really good scene, and like that again because we're talking about Daniels. Daniels just came in and tried to like make it better, which he should have. Like you're the one who kind of like fucked his life and like give Cop a pass. Like if he didn't like give Prez a pass, they would have charged him and actually like had a case against him. Like even though they say his lawyers have a case against him, do they? Like we've seen how the cops work in this show.
Yeah. And on top of that, too, like you saw this kid being in the car with Stinkum running drugs. Before that, he was hanging out at the projects. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but what I'm saying is he had a real rough interaction with the cops. Probably hates cops some more now. Probably being like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll work.
We'll do this.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like
they recruited him because of that. Like, hey, you're pissed off. Like, get back at him.
Good for
also, like you see, like Daniel's reaching out to him, like okay, fine, but like how dumb are Daniels? Like, you could have done something. You could have actually delivered justice by like getting rid of Chris Lewis.
But if he did deliver justice, the whole case would have went under because that was the whole reason why he covered for
the great
because to catch the bigger fish. Because otherwise, their whole team would have been
would have
crumbled.
I
don't know. The way they were talking about it back when it happened was he covered for Prezbeluski because
it would make the whole
department down.
Because none of them were supposed to be there. It was Prez, it was Carver, and Hurt. Like all 3 of them would have been gone.
But no, I mean you're right though. He was trying to pimp him with the Lipton
But like, yeah, like
Reese's cup.
I don't know what Danielle expected at the time. I love Danielle's, but that was stupid. Like,
yeah, I don't think Danielle.
Maybe like a whole lunch, not like some vending machine.
Not even a whole lunch. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
I'll take an eyeball back. You took my
$12
vision.
million. That's not enough.
Right.
I don't think Daniels was obviously thinking of it like in that way. He was just thinking like, oh, he was trying to make him still feel better and like the situation feel better. He wasn't really thinking of like actually offer his kid an apology or something.
Yeah. He did say it might have been his fault.
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
fault.
he did
admit that. So
he did. Like, I know he was sincere. I just don't see how he thought like that's like a 15-year-old who thought it would work.
Yeah,
right. Like, he's an old man. Like.
Yeah.
I just thought baby fucking Killmonger doing coke now.
Yeah.
That wasn't coke. That was heroin. If you do coke and fall immediately to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. He was like dozing.
He was
off.
like,
I thought Stinger was gonna find him. She was like, any of your people like getting high, and then he didn't see the kid around that he kind of gave a little bonus to. So I feel like
that's where
he's
that bonus
gonna
went.
get
Oh my god, that was so
That's
scary
what he did with
if
his
Tom
money.
was doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what you're saying?
No, it's just
Man,
I just realized that's what he did with his money. He went and bought drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't.
Yeah, I feel bad for Wallace,
No.
bro. He did like that. That sucks. I think in this show he's probably what, like 13, 14, if that.
Yeah.
I think he's like 16 or like
He's definitely not 16.
Not 16, 14
Brody's
or
16.
Yeah,
Brody's
13
Brody's
or
16 or 15, right?
13.
Yeah, so like
I just feel so bad for him.
yeah, being 13 years old and then to see a murder like that being wrapped up in this, obviously, and then then you got to take care of what 6, 7 kids. You have all these other responsibilities. Like, I mean, what else?
And not just seeing the murder, but knowing that it's partially your fault.
Yeah, and then having all these responsibilities and like just like where your circumstances are, like you can understand the shit that he's going through and the problems that he's having, and then why he turns.
And he tried to like speak out like last episode.
Yeah, he did. He did try to speak up for help, and I don't think anybody recognized it. And now he turned to drugs, which fucking sucks.
And it sucks too if like they catch him doing those drugs too. They're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be high off your own supply, blah blah. Like, and it's like more shit on him. It's like, bro, he needs help. He's a kid. I feel like he's gonna die.
Because specifically too, like if you look at Bubs and you look at the people that are on drugs, like they are hard to trust. Like and specifically because they're in these fucked up situations where they become addicts, and then like you can't trust Bubs. Like I love Bubs. Keema can trust Bubs because like it's all Bubs like self-serving shit that he does. You know what I mean? Like he's getting something out of it. But like if Bubs worked for you, look, he worked for the fruit man. And he let his boys steal fruit off of there, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, out here in the streets, like, it's hard to trust a drug addict because their main loyalty is to the drug at the end of the day. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, Bubs looks out for his boy Johnny, but, you know, together they're still, like, fucking up and still doing shit. So it's like, if you got somebody in your crew that's, like, getting high, it's like, shit, you've become a liability. Like, people can use that, like, against you and against us.
I think Stinger's going to find out, or Avon, because the noose is tightening around Barksdale. Not Dean.
I know.
And so, they're ripping the phones out. They're like wondering, like, what the fuck is going on here? The pit's like out of commission right now.
Yeah.
So
they're figuring shit out.
Yeah.
Damn, we're on episode 8. We got like 2 more to go.
There's 13 episodes, so yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy, who's the main boss? I forget his name. The black dude.
Rawls.
Avon?
No,
Not
Rawls.
Rawls.
He's,
Avon Barksdale?
Yeah, Avon. Like he's just at home, just like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? Like, we need to do more stuff to counteract the stuff that they're doing to our stuff.
It's got to be a snitch. Like he's still on the snitch shit.
Right.
Like,
Because I think that makes the most amount of sense. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
you would
they-
assume
they
snitch
got outside
before
the
you
box a
assume
little bit.
because
Yeah.
they use the pagers, they use the payphones. So for them, like a snitch makes more sense than being like, damn, they figured out our ways. They figured out our code. They got like so many levels removed that it's like it makes more sense that a person's telling instead of like
But
these
now
cops
that-
actually figure some shit out.
If they're ripping out payphones and shit, then maybe now they're getting privy.
I mean, D needs to be careful too because, like, if you try and take this deal or go into business with this,
Oh,
like,
fucking Orlando.
like, yeah, like if you see shit going down around you, like, you don't need this other shit on your plate right now.
I feel like that would solidify.
He looks so.
He does.
The
The
leather
pants.
hat.
He didn't belong there. Like, why are you in the go away from the Jets, dog? Like, don't talk to me.
You look at him like from afar and you know who he is. You know what I mean? Like
You saw that 70s show.
Yeah.
I feel like what's his name? D'Angelo is gonna say yes to him because he's gonna feel bad for like Wallace and some of the people that don't have any money right now because the pit's out of commission. So he's gonna be like, well, I gotta keep my crew happy, you know.
But that's taking money away in deals and like jobs from like
I don't
your
think he
uncle
would
and
do
stuff kind of
Yeah.
deal though. Like
Yeah.
you're giving drugs to other people in the neighborhood and getting them addicted maybe on that supply better than your other supply. Like you're giving yourself competition.
I don't know. I just think Orlando's gonna die.
I think that solidify him making him look like he's the snitch.
So I think this is subtle, but I think I picked up on it this episode. So when Bunk and McNulty were out, all right, one, the lady was like, you guys are out here hanging out black and white together, wearing ties and shit, yada, yada, yada. And then when you saw Bunk and McNulty out at the bar, Bunk was like, man, well, you fucking picked this place. And if you looked at the bar, Bunk's the only black person at the bar. And then McNulty was like, well, last time you picked a tavern down at blah, 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 blah. I think what they're getting at is that Baltimore's kind of a bit of a segregated city.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you see like, there's like, bars that are mostly white folks, bars that are mostly black folks, and not like a lot of integration. Indianapolis isn't quite like that. I mean, there are bars on the south side, bars on the east side, but like mostly downtown's a pretty big mix. But like you see like with them being like switching between bars to bars and it being like kind of like the deal. Because like McNulty likes his like Irish pubs, and I bet Bunks is probably some like old school shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was just cool. And then there was the big cocktail dinner where
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Daniels was at.
Daniels has
that was hilarious.
Politicking and bootlicking. Yeah.
But some people call me Lieutenant. That was hilarious.
Wow.
Most people call me Day. Rob this bitch. Ashy Larry, bro.
Yeah, wasn't he talking about stealing shit like from the people
he was like,
driving
he
for?
was like, it's be a nice place to crack, man. He was just like casing the joint, you know.
So there are 2 senators in each state, right?
I think it depends on the size of your state, but I have no idea.
I think that's representatives is the size of your state.
Where's Nikki?
No. There are 2 senators in each state.
That is
so
correct.
how would you not know who they are? Like it's just 2 people, right?
Do you know who Indiana senators are?
Also, would you know them if you saw them?
And
I just recently took the test.
And it's also
Todd Young.
It's hard to know.
But the question is, would you recognize him if you saw him? Especially if you're at a party with other like,
if
faces.
I was
I would
lieutenant
never
trying to move up, I would know my senators.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
He's gonna know now. I think he took that on his homework.
Yeah.
Play Davis. Man, yeah, that whole thing too is you see like him just like everybody's in the parties like mingling and trying to like, you know, jockey for position in the political world, but like he would rather go like hang out in the kitchen and like watch baseball and shit.
Yeah.
Lester's a cool kid. I still am indecisive about him.
Lester?
No, not Lester, sorry, Daniels. Because you guys talking about football.
That Daniels, like I said,
damn
he's just
Daniels.
black dude trying to keep his job. Like,
Daniels
can't
with
fuck
those
up.
soft shoes.
Anything else?
No, we love it. Episode 7 was great.
Oh
Kimmy
yeah.
is
Well,
hilarious.
we're getting close to the end of this season. Let us know what you guys are thinking. Obviously, go over to Patreon. We're already ahead. I don't know how many episodes ahead we are. Shit, we might be at the end of the season. So check it out. Thanks for enjoying The Wire with us.
How many episodes in season?
13. I think it's 13,
going on 30.
12, and then 10 for the last like couple seasons.
Good fucking.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. The Wire. 1x7. Let's talk about it. Okay, the quote is, and it's a good one, a man must have a code. And Bunk says it, and this is probably one of the more popular quotes from this show. Very, very big for the show. So there was a big discussion last reaction about Omar snitching and whether that's part of the game or not, or if he's just, snitching and he shouldn't be. So here's my thoughts on that. And shout out to Nerd Going Outside from the Patreon comments, as they and many others pointed out that I think Omar feels like, because the way Brandon was killed, he was tortured, and I feel like that Omar feels like that's a little bit past the game. Because John Bailey died too. But John Bailey died doing something that we can't, he was shot with 3 different guns quite a few times, but that's kind of like part of the game, right? Like, it was probably obviously Barksdale's people, but Omar can't prove that, and it's, a lot of people die by shooting, so Bailey's death is kind of part of the game, and Omar can carry that, but Brandon's death was torture, and I think that maybe goes a little bit past the game, as many people in the comments, including Nerd Going Outside, pointed out. So I think that's kind of why he's snitching, and I kind of agree with that line of thinking. So we start off with Prez and Freeman and Herc and everybody. They're trying to figure out the code, and it was really crazy because it happens kind of a few times throughout the episode, and Herc is talking about how there's different dialects in different parts of the city. Like if you're in the pit or if you're in the towers, people have their own codes going on. So again, it's just like as more you get into this case, it's these like obstacles that are stacking, and they have to figure this shit out. It's like it's such a tremendous problem. So I kind of feel for the police a little bit. You know, they have to probably cut corners here and there to keep up, but then, you know, shit gets wild, and that's where everything falls apart. But it was just cool learning that there's like different dialects. Like that's crazy. Press said he figured out that code in like 4 or 5 hours. So again, just shows his like problem solving ability, and it always seems to be Prez and Freeman on the calls, and I think that's like the perfect combo you can have. You know, one's a problem solver, one's very detail oriented, so he's going to be listening for the nuances. Like Freeman and Prez seem to make a pretty dangerous combo together. We're all still getting Santangelo to kind of flip snitch for McNulty. He's trying to find dirt on him. That's fucked up, man. Like, is this what leadership looks like in the police force? I hope things are better now, but I can't be sure of that. But Rawls is a real shithead to put that on somebody. Clear abuse of power. And I'm, you know, good on Santangelo for not bending to Rawls' demands, because he chooses to try to solve that murder case, and then he goes on this hysterical, you know, arc of meeting with Madame Tussaud, or whatever her name was, Madame LaRue, Madame LaRue, and it was just funny, man. But good on Santangelo for not you know, doing dirt on McNulty, because McNulty is covered for Santangelo, and a lot of people have covered for Santangelo, so I respect Santangelo for not flipping and also informing McNulty that he's under the gun and they're about to screw him over. So Santangelo, you know, he's a good dude. We saw a little bit of development for him this episode. And Freeman is instructing everybody on the plan to take down Stinkum. And the guy with the bag, obviously somebody's going to run out of the car, and Herc is just, you know, after it all goes down, Herc was so impressed by it. He was like, oh man, it was like, it happened exactly like you said. It's like it was a plan. And Freeman's like, it was a plan. So it's just funny seeing Herc reacting to like police work sometimes, like proper police work, like with a plan. Like he's not just going in with a hot head and just winging it. And he's like, oh, the plan, we made a plan and it worked. That's crazy. It's just, I don't know, he's a really funny dynamic in the show sometimes. When they catch Stinkum and you know, the guy runs, and when that kid, by the way, it was the same kid with the eye patch that Prez fucked up, we find out later. But when he's running through the pit with the drugs, that scene perfectly encapsulated the game. You know, because like it really is cops and robbers. The criminals have an understanding that they got to get away from the cops. But if they get caught, you know, that's on them, and they got to carry that time and not snitch on anybody. And the cop's job is just to catch the robbers. So as that kid is running through the pits, everybody else is like, oh, shit, oh, man, you better run, bro, they're going to get you. Like, nobody's doing anything to help him, one, because obviously they can't. But instead of being like, oh, fuck, man, shit. Like, instead of being, like, worried about it, people are, like, laughing and having a good time, almost like watching something funny happen to your friend, but it's like a kid getting arrested with like 40 grand worth of heroin, which, by the way, again, they put the heroin in the kid's hand because he's a kid and he's not going to catch prison time, even though he's carrying $40,000 worth of, it was either $4,000 or $40,000 worth of heroin. Again, child exploitation once again in the loop. But that scene just perfectly encapsulates the game, because there's like the cops are chasing this dude, everybody's just laughing at him like, oh, run, bro, they're gonna get you, and then they get him, and then the cops are laughing too, and it's like this, it's almost like a lighthearted scene, and I think that scene just perfectly encapsulates the games, or the game, and all the rules that go with it. And we had Rhonda McNulty talking to the judge about the case, and we find out a couple of more things about Barksdale and the properties that he owns. And we find out he's got a couple of laundromats, a AAA tow truck company, and a funeral parlor. Put yourself in the mind of Barksdale. Why did he buy these businesses specifically? And McNulty says these are just the ones we know about. These are just the ones. He probably has a lot more that we're not even onto yet. So he's not just he's a kingpin of this like huge business. He's not just gonna buy businesses at random. There's a strategic reason for all of these businesses, and I don't know if the show ever really goes into why he bought what he bought, but we can speculate. Obviously, laundromats, they're a primarily cash business, quarters going in and out. Would be really, really easy to cook the books on that. Strip club, another primarily cash business, would be easy to cook the books on that and launder money through those businesses. AAA Tow Truck Company, another somewhat of a cash business, but also great for getting rid of evidence. Prime example, Stinkum's car. They chased him down. They obviously got the plate, but they purposefully didn't go after Stinkum. But if Stinkum has a chance to get away, that car's got to go. So where do you take it? A tow truck, he's probably got a crusher in there. So I think he bought that to get rid of evidence. Also with the funeral parlor, I don't know if funerals are a cash business, but obviously he's probably laundering money through there. But what's in the basement usually of a funeral parlor is a crematorium, which is probably a good place to make people disappear or evidence disappear. I'm only speculating here. I don't think the show ever goes into like why he bought what he bought or what it's for. But I'm speculating he's probably using that to get rid of evidence. So just kind of, getting into the mind of Barksdale a little bit more. And then, they bring the kid back in and Prez realizes it's the kid that he fucked up. And there's a really awesome shot where Prez is going to talk to Daniels and tell him it's the same kid, and the camera is like slowly panning in. But on the wall right there, you see that poster again that McNulty was standing in front of in like episode 2 or 3, and it's the poster that's talking about waste management. So I'll read it back to you real quick. A tiny error or mistake, each may appear unimportant, but added at the end of the year, they run into a staggering total which must be added to the cost of doing business. So that was just perfect framing with that poster, because that's exactly what's happening right now. Prez's, I wouldn't call it a tiny fuck up, but Daniels and everybody thought they covered it up and life moved on, but it came back to bite them in the ass. Prez fucked up that kid earlier in the show, and now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. So just really good set design, prop use, just very, very good stuff. And it's crazy because Prez recognized the kid, and Carver doesn't even seem to remember the kid. That's kind of maybe how drunk they were, or how little Carver probably cares, is he doesn't even recognize the kid. He's like, "What's your name, kid? Who are you? I don't remember you." You would think he would remember him. But good on Daniels to try and talk to the kid, because I can imagine Daniels feels pretty shitty for having to cover for Herc and Carver and Prez in that situation. So obviously the kid is like 14, 15. He's not going to listen. He's defiant. So he didn't listen, but good on Daniels to at least try. And again, I just keep seeing Daniels be a really good person. I don't see any evidence of him being a dirty cop. And I'm just waiting to see when that comes up again, because he seems like a really good dude and a really good police officer. And then we go to the dinner they were at. Cedric and Marla show up, and then there's a little line when they meet like the couple over there, and the one lady says Marla is on the GBC Downtown Redevelopment Committee. So I paused right there because I wanted to know more about Marla. I wanted to know what exactly the GBC Downtown Redevelopment Committee was, so I Googled it, and I found some stuff. So GBC stands for Greater Baltimore Committee, and it was basically, I think it's been around since like the late 50s, early 60s. It's basically a committee to kind of build the city and build the commerce and build the neighborhoods. It's trying to just basically rebuild commerce back into Baltimore. And from the light research that I did, it seems to me Baltimore was like a really thriving city at one point, filled with commerce and communities, and a lot of people lived there. And then I don't know what happened in Baltimore's history. Maybe some Baltimore natives can fill us in the comments below. But things fell apart. It kind of went down the road of Gary, Indiana, or Detroit, Michigan, where there were these big thriving cities, and then something happened and it all went to the shitter. So I was curious about the GBC's activities between 1990 and 2008, and they've pretty much been building up. They're just focused on rebuilding the community and rebuilding commerce and bringing people back. And there was a couple of things that struck out to me. So within that time frame, there was something called the Smart on Crime strategy, homicide reduction initiative, Bridging the Gap initiative, and then there were things like a big one was city-state reform of Baltimore City public schools, management reform of city government, and Baltimore City public schools. Those two are big ones, but we'll go ahead and put that in the pocket because we will revisit that conversation at a later time, but just keep that in mind. And aside from that, you got West Side revitalization, Baltimore Convention Center expansion. So you can see between 1990 and 2008, they're trying to rebuild the city and lower crime and bring people back. So I want to talk about two of the things. They're the Smart on Crime Initiative and the Bridge the Gap Initiative. So the Smart on Crime Initiative, again, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these facts. I just did very light research, so if you know more information about it, let me know in the comments below. Smart on Crime Initiative was something proposed by the governor at the time, and it was basically revamping resources for inner city police. As we can see in the show, they really need it. So it was basically mostly a positive thing, except for two parts, and it was mandatory increased sentences and denial of parole. Those were the two big ones. And there's a quote by Ronnie Earl, who is a retired prosecutor in Texas, and he says, "When you arrest people and send them 200 miles away and think they'll come back fixed, all you're really doing is punishing the public. They'll come out meaner, madder, and more dangerous than when they went in." And if you want to see this phenomenon in action, I would really recommend the miniseries The Night Of, also on HBO, I believe, also featuring Michael K. Williams, essentially playing the same role, kind of, but it really shows the phenomenon of somebody going to prison and coming out way worse than they went in. But basically, the governor wanted to increase mandatory sentences and deny parole for those people, which doesn't work. And there's a study that was done in 2015 that shows that those, increasing sentences and denying parole, it does nothing to reduce recidivism, but they do cost us taxpayers more for prison. Think about it. More people in prison, they're getting 3 meals a day, a place to stay, all that. Prisons take money to run, and the more people we put there, the more it's going to cost. And who's paying for that is you and me. And then there's the Bridge the Gap Initiative, which was a drug recovery program. And again, I just did some light research, but it seems like it was fairly successful. So you have these two different initiatives, and they're tackling criminals and drugs in very different ways. And again, in this time, they're trying to rebuild the city, so you can see that they're trying to clean up the drug addicts and put away the criminals so that people come back. Because when you move to a city, what are you going to do? You're going to research, right? You're going to be like, okay, where am I going to live? Is it a good part of the city? What's the crime like? How much crime is there? What kind of crime is there? Is it safe to move where I want to move? And now you start to see why numbers on paper matter so much, because when you Google that information, what's going to pop up is numbers. And what are numbers in this show? But false stories. You might have gotten arrests and you can show that on paper, but that dude is probably going to get out. And that's what the governor was trying to eliminate, is let's arrest them and keep them in prison and deny parole and just forget about them, so that people will move to the city and think that it's safe and a good place to live. You can't blame their line of thinking, because obviously drastic things need to be done in a city like Baltimore to make it a better place to live. But anyways, I went off on a tangent there, but that's a little bit about the GBC, and that's a little bit about Marla. She's on that committee, so she's contributing to helping the city in her own way. Her husband's a police officer, and she seems more like I don't know if activist is the right word, but she's doing her own thing. She's got big things going on. And then Senator Clay Davis has entered the chat, and I really want to do the impression, but I'll save it for when it happens. Senator Clay Davis has entered the chat, and he is the vice chair on the budget committee. So just keep his position in mind and what he... It's not important to remember, but it's just interesting to know what he does. And then talking about the Bridging the Gap initiative, you can kind of see that evidenced a little bit with Bubbles and Johnny's scene. By the way, Bubbles is a really good friend for getting Johnny out of that pinch. And you can see the system is kind of trying to work, because they were like, okay, fine, we'll let Johnny go, but he's got to go get clean and he's got to show proof. And of course, Johnny's not about it, but Bubbles is. Bubbles seemed receptive, and he's like, hey man, I kind of want to check this meeting out. And he ends up getting that keychain because, whatever that guy said in the meeting really struck with him. But then he gets high later that night. So, addiction is always going to be there. But it seems like Bubbles was kind of receptive to rehabilitation. So we'll see where that goes. Meanwhile, Johnny, he's just thinking about his next fix. But you saw in that room just a bunch of people from all different walks of life, and the only thing they have in common is this disease that they all carry. And you see how supportive they are of each other. You see the love in the room. You see them clapping for each other. You see them egging each other on to tell their truth. And it's just this, the environment in that room was just love and support. And I think that's why rehab kind of works, you know, because even the authority figures in rehab, they're usually recovered addicts themselves. So they can wag a finger at somebody and be like, look, I know what you're going through. I've been through it. So listen to me and I'll help you get out of it. And I think that's a big reason why rehabilitation works, is because it's approached from a perspective of respect, love, and support. And then at the dinner, Daniels is talking to one of the drivers, Day, and he's just like, man, I'd love to rob this place. And it was just a funny scene. He got a little too comfortable with Daniels, but it was cool seeing Daniels, a different side of Daniels, come out, and he's just keeping his cool and keeping up right up along with him. It was just a funny scene. More importantly, we cut to Barksdale, and they're discussing like why wouldn't they get the plate? Why wouldn't they chase Stinkum if they knew that they had him? So he knows something's up, and that's enough to tip him off to change his game completely. So he's going to be making some changes. He's paranoid. They know something is up, and that's again another problem with the police, is these operations they pull off, they're successful, but they also tip off the other side, like, because the other side is not stupid. They're going to think about the arrest and why did they do it that way, and they're going to come to conclusions, and they might be working off of pure paranoia, but they end up making good calls, like Stringer telling them to tear out the payphones. That's a huge blow to the case, because all those wiretaps are useless now, and now they're going to have to go through that whole bureaucratic legal process again to get new wiretaps, and that's going to burn so much time. So you kind of see the plight of the police is like their hands are kind of tied a lot of the times. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Like, really, what are they supposed to do? Next, we cut to Omar schooling Kima and McNulty about Bird and where he lives and what he does. And we find out that they're in a part of the city where they don't, or they're at one of the apartments where they don't carry guns there. So again, just tiny little details here and there filling us in on the rules of this game. And, you know, there's different dialects in different places that you go, different codes in different places that you go. If you're over here, don't bring your piece. If you're over there, have it on you. It's just so complex. And let's just go ahead and talk about Bird. They arrest him. He's being a shithead, and then they beat the shit out of him, which was, you know, deserved. But is it legal and is it right? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the beating of Bird. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but it's like, if the police are going to abuse their power in that scenario, what's to keep them from abusing their power in a different scenario that isn't so serious, you know? So let me know what you think. And this is where, you know, Bunk and Omar are kind of bonding a little bit, and this is where the quote comes in, a man's got to have a code. And Omar himself admits it, you know, his motivations for snitching, and him saying that things have kind of gone out of the bounds of the game, and so that's why he's doing it. And then he just starts solving cases for Bunk, and you can just see him just nonchalantly doing it. And Bunk is like, what about this one? And Omar's like staring off into the distance, or he's staring at Bird getting his ass whooped, and and he's just like, oh yeah, that happened on the corner of so-and-so, happened on 3 o'clock last Christmas. You just see his vast knowledge of like the street life and what he's seen and what he's been through, and he's just like nonchalantly solving these cases, and it was just interesting to see. And then we have, we didn't talk about Wallace or Orlando trying to set up a side deal with D. Okay, let's talk about Orlando and his stupidity first. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're trying to set up a side hustle, a secret side hustle that you're obviously going to get in trouble for. And who do you go to? The nephew of the guy in charge. And you think he's going to keep his mouth shut? Like, Orlando has to be the dumbest dude, bro. Like, what are you doing, Orlando? And then Wallace was just very sad to see. Obviously, he's not able to cope with Brandon's murder and his involvement. And are we surprised that he turned to drugs? He doesn't have anybody to talk to. And the only person is D, and D was just like, just forget about it, man. Just let it go. Just don't even think about it. Like, that's not advice for a child. And on top of that, he's raising all these kids. I mean, the amount of stress on him, I'm guessing he's like 15, 16. I mean, think back to your life when you were 15, 16. My biggest problem was like getting my driver's permit. I think that was the only thing that was concerned. I can't imagine if I was in a position where I had to take care of several kids and I helped somebody get killed. Like, the amount of stress on Wallace, I mean, and he's in a life where he's around drugs. The access to them is extremely easy. So we shouldn't be surprised. You leave kids who are vulnerable and still growing up and still developing, and you leave them in this lifestyle, and that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. And that was kind of it. That's kind of all the major stuff that happened in this episode. Very, very, again, great episode. I think I'm going to say that every single time. I don't think there's a single bad episode. Just kind of getting into it. Barksdale's paranoid. Things are going down. McNulty, Santangelo tipped him off. That Rawls is on behind him. And then McNulty shows up again, middle of the night at Rhonda's house. Obviously for a booty call. Like, don't even pretend McNulty. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. Showing up like a sad puppy in the middle of the night. It's like, bro, you got a phone, bro. Like, call first. Like, I would be so pissed. I would not open the door. I'm like, bro, no. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't just show up to somebody's house in the middle of the night and not. That's just so rude. And you're just showing up like, I need somebody to talk to. So, yeah. That was it. That's my notes for 1X7. So if you haven't done so already, please share the video, hit the like button, comment below, let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.
Thanks for watching The Wire with the Normies. Check us out on Patreon for early access and uncut content. Special shout out to our super patrons Explorin' Dylan, Nick, Ruby, Aaron, Michael Henry, Joe, I Eat Pink Tacos, Flower House, Keyboard Junkie, the NYR Fan, and ZJP, and we will see you all next time.